officially being recorded, and let's get going. Okay, there we go. Okay, so again, Jennifer is going to handle the chat. Any questions, just throw them in there as we go along. It's going to be really fun. And the whole goal of this class is to really empower you so that you have natural tools in your home that you can use on a daily basis for anything that comes up. And we're going to talk and really highlight our top oils that can replace your medicine cabinet and solve 80 to 90% of whatever comes up in the home. Okay, so when we get started, I love to focus on, and the person who invited you to this class, maybe you've already been working on this, of really focusing on what your health concerns are. Where are your pain points? What are things that you would love to be able to resolve with natural tools? Because there is no reason why you would have to continue with stress and anxiety or pain and inflammation, sleep, digestion, immune support. Maybe it's lack of energy. I talk to a lot of people that just feel kind of in this funk of a lack of energy or motivation. And we have natural tools that can solve all of these issues. So write them down. Hopefully you're going to take notes because we've got lots of great information today. But when we talk about your health concern, you'll hear an oil that we'll talk about, or at the end, maybe you have a health concern that we didn't talk about. We'll definitely work to find a solution for you. Okay. All right, so there's a few things that you need to know about essential oils and doTERRA specifically. So when I first started with using essential oils, I've been using essential oils throughout all my life. I love the way they smelled. I love having them in the home. I love that kind of spa feeling going. But as I did my research and started to compare, there is a significant difference with doTERRA essential oils specifically. Okay, so we'll go through this and make it very clear for you to be able to understand the difference. We want you to know that most importantly, doTERRA oils are going to be safe. They're 100% natural. There's no negative side effects or addictions to it. Which addictions is kind of a weird word because I'm, in a good way, very addicted to my essential oils. Like I said, we're in Iowa, we travel. I would never leave home without my essential oils. It's like leaving home without your shoes on. Like I would never leave without my oils. So they're with me because again, there's different things that come up, but I'm so thankful that they're with us, especially on road trips. So your essential oils are going to be simply extracts from plants with amazing side benefits. So what we're extracting, these essential oils, this is really what the plant uses to thrive and survive in nature. So what it uses to be able to protect itself, to be able to grow, to be able to heal wounds on a tree trunk, all of those oils we're using for our benefit. All of doTERRA oils specifically have a CPTG standard. So on the bottle, you'll see that seal of approval, and that means that it's certified pure tested grade. So it's rigorous third-party testing. About 30 to 50 different tests occur on every essential oil to guarantee that they are of the best quality. They're considered like medical grade essential oils. So if you were to go into a hospital where they're starting to incorporate and integrate these natural solutions with the traditional medicine, it's going to be doTERRA because there is so much junk out there. I mean, you guys, I see essential oils everywhere in every store, at the registers, wherever you go. And there's just a lot of junk. And the FDA only requires this bottle of oil to have 5% of, so for like peppermint, the FDA requires this bottle of peppermint to only be 5% peppermint oil, and then they can fill it with other fillers like fractionated coconut oil to be able to keep the cost down. And even though it's going to say 100% pure peppermint oil, it's only 5%, and then the rest is other oils and fillers, again, to keep it cheaper. So sometimes people have used essential oils and they're like, it really didn't do anything for me. I really didn't notice an impact. And a lot of times it's because they're using that cheaper version that isn't that pure and have that potency. So your doTERRA oils, because of that seal of approval, you can know that they are pure, and they're going to be very potent because we're sourcing our oils from all over the world. We're sourcing where the plants grow best. And when the plants are growing when we're harvesting those oils where they're growing best, then that oil is actually going to be a little bit more potent. It's like comparing, which I do this, growing an orange tree. I'm from Wisconsin, so I do have an orange tree, and I'm trying desperately to grow oranges. And of course, oranges grow really well in Florida. And the quality of, even though I get to harvest 1 or 2 oranges a year, that the nutritional value of the orange that I have here in Wisconsin compared to the ones in Florida is going to be much different, because in Florida, it's in its ideal conditions, right? So it's the same way with essential oils when we're sourcing from around the world. You can know that your essential oils are going to be safe for everyone in the home. This is my little, she's like my, well, I just call her my niece, but this is Violet, and she loves them. Okay, she's using them and knows the benefits already at the age of 1. Loves her little roller ball that her mom made for her and just puts it on the bottoms of her feet. It's something that naturally helps her to be calm and to sleep better at night. You can use them on everyone in your home and know that there's going to be no negative side effects. And they're going to be 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. So 1 drop of peppermint is going to be equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. And that's what I love about my oils, is that a little bit is going to go a long way. So 1 or 2 drops is all you need. These are not salt and pepper shakers. So just use a little bit, and then we'll talk about how to apply those coming up. So something like peppermint, if you guys got a sample of peppermint, I love to start off a class with peppermint. All you need is just do 1 drop in your hand. Maybe you got a tiny little vial, just give it a little tap on the butt and rub it together. Keep it away from the fingertips. You don't want to get peppermint in your eyes because it's a little bit punchy. Your eye's not going to fall out or anything. You'll be all right. But even just rubbing it together and smelling it, you can feel the power of 1 drop of peppermint. Okay. If you do happen to ever get essential oils in your eye, what you want to do, don't dilute with water, because that's just going to spread it. If you know how oil and water work, take some, and we'll talk about what this is, but it's a fractionated coconut oil or any kind of carrier oil to be able to flush that out, and it will help to dilute it. Okay. So rub your peppermint together. Take some deep breaths. You don't even have to put it like right up to your face, because peppermint is a nice energizing one. I have it right here. And taking in some deep breaths, giving myself a couple seconds to just kind of process. I can feel my airways opening. I can rub it into my shoulders. Again, this is just with 1 drop of peppermint. It takes away that tension and tightness. I went for a run this morning early, so I can feel that kind of tightness in my shoulders. Peppermint's helping that to relax. And then you can even take a little swipe of it and dab it on your tongue. And I have fresh breath. So as we go through and talk about the oils, you'll see this is peppermint, and it says A, T, and I. And we're going to talk about all these. A means aromatic. T means topical, and I means internal. So those are all the ways that you can specifically use peppermint oil. Peppermint is instantly going to be energizing. So anyone that I talk to that says that they're lacking in that energy or that motivation, peppermint is the oil of inspired action. So it's always in my diffuser in the morning when I try to get up. I want to get up early, especially here in Iowa when I'm on vacation, to be able to get out and get exercising, because it's going to be really hot. And early in the morning, it's definitely the time I want to get motivated and get going. So to help me get out of bed, peppermint is a great one for that. Or middle of the afternoon, that's a time when we start to kind of feel in that slump. Maybe we just had lunch. We'd rather just take a nap underneath our desk. Peppermint is going to be a great one, a great substitute for and maybe going to get a coffee or to go to get a donut or something like that. Try your peppermint and you'll feel that instant energy. It's also amazing for cooling the body. So I have a great little liquid air conditioning for you. So you can take a spray bottle like this. I think I just did like 10 to 15 drops. This is a 2-ounce spray bottle, 10 to 15 drops of peppermint in there. And I had this with me all day long. I work at a garden center and also at a farmer's market on Sundays. And it was 96 degrees, super humid and hot. And I'm like, how am I going to survive this? And my peppermint spray totally saved me. And I just sprayed everybody that came by me too. And they were like, oh my gosh, this feels amazing, because it instantly cools the body. So in summer heat, you can spray it, or for hot flashes, anything like that, any kind of a rise in temperature, your peppermint is going to help to cool down the body. I also love this option. We're staying in a cabin and it's pretty, like the air conditioning is kind of limping along, but it's pretty hot. We've got the fans going and we just spray the fan with this same peppermint spray that we use to cool our body. And it blows this rush of cooling peppermint into the room. It smells amazing. And it works really, really well to help cool the body. Peppermint is going to be one of your Swiss Army knives. All right. You're going to use it for so many things. I could probably do a whole class on just peppermint because it's amazing. And Jennifer, if you're commenting in the chat, you can throw some of your favorite things, or if you guys have already used peppermint and have had some total wins with them, don't hesitate to throw it in the chat because it's so fun to learn from each other. All right, second cool thing, guys, about your essential oils, you know they're safe and they're going to be extremely effective. So the cool thing about your oils is that they have the ability to permeate the cell membrane of your cell. So this is what your cell looks like. A great little, freshman diagram here, what your cell looks like. And there's two things that can harm your cell. It's going to be the bacteria. Bacteria lives on the outside of your cell, and viruses live on the inside of your cell. And this is your cell, you got a nice oily membrane that protects your cell. And there's two things that can, again, it's going to be, sorry, I'm jumping around. It's going to be bacteria and viruses. And when you go to the doctor, and you have a bacterial infection, they can easily prescribe a prescription that will clear that up 7 to 10 days. Can definitely be some negative side effects with a prescription, but it does get rid of the bacteria. But when you go and they say, you know what, Susie Q, you got a virus, what do you have to do, right? What do they recommend? Throw it in the chat what they tell you when you have a virus. It's such a bummer. You've probably been waiting there all afternoon, but they'll tell you got to go home and you just have to rest, right? Drink plenty of fluids. It's got to work its way out of your system, rest up, and it'll clear itself up on its own. And that's because a lot of the medications are a water-based synthetic. And a water-based synthetic does not have the ability to penetrate that oily membrane of your cell. It's just a natural way to protect our cells. But because your essential oils, the molecules are small enough and it's an oil, it has the ability to actually penetrate the cell. So it can not only stop the replication of the bacteria living on the outside of the cell, but it can also get at the viruses living on the inside of the cell and stop that replication. We're also working to get to the root cause of the problem. So we're never just putting a mask on the issue and trying to cover it up. It's actually working to help your cells to be their healthiest cells, their healthiest cell. All right. So I think that's pretty amazing. One that we love for really immune support and helping ourselves is On Guard. I would never leave home without this. We've got it in the diffuser going all the time. On Guard is so effective that we offer it in so many different products, a hand sanitizer. I even packed for our cabin the On Guard hand wash. You can use it as a cleaner concentrate. The toothpaste is amazing. The mouthwash is really good. It also helps with healthy gums, but it is really powerful and very effective. You can clean with it. It's incredible. Notice that you can use this aromatically, topically, and internally. The oils in here is wild orange, eucalyptus, rosemary, clove, and cinnamon. And these 5 oils working together are extremely effective in, again, protecting the body, helping to boost the immune support of your cells, and they're all antiviral. So when we talk about where to apply this oil, I usually put it in, for my kids, in a roller ball like this. And you can take the On Guard oil itself and do like 10 to 15 drops in here of the oil, fill the rest with fractionated coconut oil. Or doTERRA also, you can order, actually has done it for you in the roller ball. And it just says On Guard Touch, and it's already ready to go, and you can roll it. My kids all have one on their nightstand. They just simply roll it on their spine, bottoms of their feet at night. Your spine is your information highway. So if you're not sure where to put your oils or where to apply them topically, if you put them on your spine, they're going to go exactly where your body needs it most. Same way with your feet. There's so much amazing reflexology with your feet. You don't have to try to memorize that chart of like where you should be putting a certain oil for a certain health condition. I just roll it all over the bottoms of my feet. And again, your body knows and recognizes these oils and sees them as food and fuel and knows exactly where they need to go. So there's no like trying to overthink this or try to play doctor or anything like that. I love On Guard because you can clean the home and sanitize with it. We have 2 dogs and a cat and you know, children, and when they, especially when they were younger and crawling on the floor, I was very conscious of what we were cleaning with because they're right down there on the floor. I don't want to use any harsh chemicals, especially with our pets. Their little pads on their feet, or they're licking stuff on the floor. My dogs are amazing little vacuum cleaners of picking stuff up around the kitchen table, and I want to make sure I don't have any harsh chemicals there. So cleaning with On Guard is super effective and very easy and very affordable. And this oil helps to strengthen our immune response too. So many ways to use On Guard. It's an awesome one. Okay, so the third cool thing you want to know about your oils is that they're going to be affordable. So they are literally pennies per dose. Remember that the potency with your doTERRA oils, a little bit is going to go a long way. I say here that it's more affordable than traditional healthcare because when you compare, and I know everybody's insurance is a little bit different, but for us, for our family, it is expensive. Even just going for us, just for a normal healthy checkup, it's a $40 copay. And with 5 people in our family, that adds up. And then on top of that, adding any kind of sick visits, trying to schedule that, sitting in the waiting room for half the day, driving there, having to go and pay for a prescription. Even if you don't have to have a copay or have to pay for a prescription, there's definitely a cost in your gas and the time involved in sitting there. So here, again, we're talking about all these key oils today that are natural solutions right at your fingertips. So it's going to be your first line of defense. Anything that comes up in the home, you can resolve. All right. And then if it doesn't, like I said, this is our first line of defense. I'm not saying don't ever go to the doctor. There are definitely times that we do, but it has saved us so much because, especially when we're traveling. So, gosh, I just made a roller ball for my daughter. And I have it in my purse. You don't need to see it. It's okay. Oh, you do need to see it because I just made this. It's so great. But this was for her ear. I don't know if you can see which oils I put in there, but I have frankincense and lavender, basil, and tea tree. But her ear was bothering her. She said, it just feels like it's plugged. I don't know what's wrong. And I'm like, oh, we're on our way to Iowa. Does this really have to happen right now? So I made this for her. My husband was starting to feel the same thing. So they just took this roller ball. I did 10 drops of each of those oils, filled the rest with the coconut oil. Whenever you make a roller ball, a little tip for you, definitely put your stickers on there so that you know what you made. You think you're going to remember, but I have so many roller balls, and I'm sure, Jennifer, you do too, around the house where you're like, what was this again? Trying to smell it and figure out what the heck's in there and why you have it. But they just rolled it behind her ear, just like this, every 2 hours. And then like that little, I don't know what that's called, that little cartilage, that little hard bone right there, right in the front, right up in the front of her ear. And it was gone in less than 24 hours. Same way with my husband. You never want to put essential oils like drops in your ear or drops in your eye or drops in your nose. But just put it around the ear, right? Okay, right on that ear bone's amazing. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so in lavender, this is an amazing one. This is going to be one of those oils, very similar to peppermint, that is going to save you for so many different things that come up. What do you guys know lavender to be? We love, I mean, America, I mean, the world loves lavender. Lavender is calming, right? We're all looking for how to relax and how to sleep better. And lavender's always, it's like one of the #1 fragrances because it's helping everybody to calm down and relax. We're always trying to calm down. And so you'll see a lot of lavender on the market. And I never liked lavender. I'm like, oh, lavender is like for little old ladies. It just smells like little old ladies. But our lavender smells like you're in a lavender field. It smells incredible. And it's probably in my top 3 of oils that I use most. So it's going to be, again, very calming for the mind. You can just put a couple drops in your hand. I love to just rub it together. Give yourself 5 to 10 seconds. It's amazing when you cup in and you inhale your oils, how differently you can feel in 5 to 10 seconds. And then I'll just rub it on my pillowcase. And it feels so like just luxury, so bougie to just like lay down on my pillow and to smell that lavender helps the body to calm down in just seconds, okay? But the cool thing about lavender is it's also going to be calming for your skin. So any kind of cuts, bumps, scrapes, bruises, bee stings, bug bites, burns in the kitchen, anything like that, lavender is going to be so amazing to help. It's a natural antihistamine. So if you do get a bug bite or a bee sting, when you apply it, it's going to stop that reaction of the inflammation and the itching, but it's also going to help to heal that skin. So it's really, really great for burns. Or my husband was just helping someone clean up their yard, and they had a bunch of wild raspberries, and he was just in the moment. He's like, oh, I'm a guy, I'm cleaning, I'm all doing all things. And his forearms are totally ripped up. He looks like he just got attacked by a Sasquatch out there. I have no idea how he could not feel that, but we've been rolling lavender on there and it's helping the skin to heal so much faster. So just remember lavender, just think calming, and it's going to be calming for everything. It's really, really good for the skin. Okay, so let's dive in. You guys know that your oils are safe, you know they're effective, you know they're affordable, and now we're going to talk about how are you going to use these, right? You're all excited. How are we going to use these in the home? What are the best ways? And the first way, and probably the easiest, and if you're brand new to essential oils and you're trying to figure out when you get your starter kit, when you get your wholesale account, how you're going to use them, the easiest, the safest, the most fun way is aromatically. So you can put it in a little diffuser. I travel with this one. I never go anywhere without a diffuser. But this is your crock pot for essential oils. So you'll fill this up with lukewarm water. There's a little red line in there. Mine is so filthy right now. I don't even want to show you what it looks like, but fill it up to the red line and then do like 6 to 8 drops of your essential oils. We have so many great recipes that we love to share in our user group, but then you can also just pick what you like. Nothing's going to blow up. That's the cool thing. I let my kids all have a diffuser in their room and they figure out pretty quickly what they like and what they don't like. But if you're not sure if you would like it in the diffuser, what I say is like, I'll put my 2 oils together or maybe 3 oils and just take the tops off and just smell them back and forth. Do I like this? I like this. All right, I'll put in my diffuser. If you don't like it, then don't put it in the diffuser, okay? Super easy, all right? And again, when my son first started with his own diffuser in his room, gosh, how old was he? 7? He loved it, and he was always mixing stuff up. And it's a great feeling for them to have kind of their own ownership of their diffuser, having it in their room, and kind of playing around and experimenting with what they love. So it's going to have an instant impact on the room. All right. So once you get that diffuser going, it's not only just going to smell good. You know how you like sometimes will burn a candle because you're trying to make the room smell better. One thing about a candle is that it may smell good, but it's definitely not doing anything to clean and purify the air. So your diffuser is going to be great because first of all, it's not a fire hazard. And second of all, it's actually going to clean the air so that on guard, we get this diffuser going anytime we get to a new space or even in our home too, of course, we're diffusing it, but it's going to eliminate all those airborne pathogens that are in the air. I think this one covers like just a little bit around 300 square feet. So we have this in our kitchen and we just turn it on and have it going. There's a couple of different settings. This is a 2-hour, a 5-hour, and a 10-hour intermittent. And you can do a light show. You can do all sorts of things. You can have the lights off. You can have a ton of fun with it. It's really going to help with supporting our respiratory system. So we'll talk about that in a minute. So your diffuser, if you don't have a diffuser with you, you can do simple things like just cupping like we did with peppermint. and inhaling and breathing it in. You can massage it in your hair. Your essential oils are so good for your hair, or like my scarf in the winter, your hair scrunchie, even your clothing. It feels so good. Oh my gosh, a great tip that someone taught me was like, you know, those little felt little stickers that you put on the bottoms of your chairs, maybe in the kitchen. You can just stick those on the side of a drawer and then just dab your little essential oils on there. And when you open it up, it smells so good. Like maybe your son's sock drawer, that works really well for that. All right, so when we talk about your essential oils, they don't just smell good. Like people always say, oh my gosh, you smell like a spa, or your house smells so relaxing. Smelling relaxing, that's kind of funny, isn't it? But it does, you feel instantly relaxed. And it's not just a smell, it's actually working with our body. There's actual science behind it. So when you actually smell your oils, I'm gonna smell one because I just love doing this, and take it in, it's actually connecting. This is your little olfactory nerve right here, and that connects directly with our limbic system. And your limbic system tells our body how to react and how to respond, almost like before our brain can even process what's happening. We have a very instant, quick reaction. So just like when you walk into maybe you walk into a public bathroom and you open up one of the stalls and it is not clean in there, okay, you instantly back away because you've smelled that. Your limbic system is telling your body how to respond and how to react before you can even tell what's going on. It's a way to keep our body safe and to keep our emotions in check. So this olfactory nerve, your limbic system, is directly connected to our emotions, our heart rate, our blood pressure, our breathing, memory, stress, hormone balance. All of those are connected to what we're smelling and taking in. And that's why the oils are so powerful, and why we have so many for so many different things, because we're trying to key and pinpoint on those different health concerns. So we'll talk about some great ones that are wonderful for putting in the diffuser and for that emotional support. Emotions have a direct impact on the body. So, and it's interesting when I've talked to people, a lot of times their health concerns, okay, so maybe they have issues with digestion or struggling with sleep, or fatigue, all these different things that I have thrown up here on the screen, even like knee pain or back pain. My grandma was a candidate for this. Like anytime she got stressed out, she would have back pain instantly. And because it's connected, your emotions are connected with these different issues. So when we chronically repress your emotions or your high levels of stress and anxiety, we create this toxicity in our body. And the negative energy actually gets stored in our organs, our muscles, and tissues. So this is a little guide. This is like in general. So it doesn't mean if you have lower back pain that you instantly have anger and frustration. But there's a direct connection to that chronic anger and frustration and how that can lead to lower back pain. Gosh, I hope that wasn't my grandma. I hope she wasn't angry. But in your stomach or in your intestines, that's connected to fear. And that makes sense, right? You know, when you're feeling fearful or you're nervous, we feel it in our stomach. We feel those that butterflies, that queasiness in our stomach. The same way with hurt, when we have our feelings hurt, where do we feel it, right? We feel it right in our hearts, a heartache, or loss of control. Same way with burdens and responsibilities. If you just feel, and you guys probably know this, when you feel that overwhelming sense of so much that you have to do, or so much stress of those responsibilities that need to get done, we start to get that tension in our shoulders and our neck. And anxiety, just think about like an anxiety attack. It's those breathing difficulties. So we want to work on natural ways, again, to resolve these issues and work with our body, work with ourselves, and not just cover it up and trick our body into thinking that we're feeling okay. We really want to get to the heart of the issue. So breathe. Oh, this is such a wonderful blend. And for some reason, in the past few weeks, I have heard more testimonies and wins about breathe oil than any other oil. I don't know why, but more people have come to me to share their amazing wins with Breathe. This is our respiratory blend. It has eucalyptus, tea tree, lemon, peppermint, cardamom, and Ravensara in here. All of these are designed to help to open up those airways. If you did have the opportunity to smell peppermint, it's instant, right? It's opening up the airways. Same way with eucalyptus. Tea tree is so powerful for our immune support. And having that lemon in there, we'll talk about lemon in a little bit, but lemon helps to break up the mucus. Gosh, there was someone who said that their mom just always had this drainage, always this just stuffed up. And when she woke up, um, every morning, she would just have all this congestion and be hacking up all this junk. And she's been putting Breathe in the diffuser at night and putting it on the bottoms of her feet. So cute. Little 95-year-old woman got her diffuser going, put it on her feet religiously, and she doesn't wake up hacking and all congested and nasty because it's this beautiful blend of oils that are opening up the airways and thinning out that mucus so she isn't so congested. Notice that this is one that we only use aromatically and topically. We're not going to use it internally. It promotes that clear breathing, helps with lungs and sinuses. Anybody this is a little graphic, I don't know if you can see it, but snoring issues, anyone who's got snoring issues in the home, get Breathe in the diffuser. This is one that I just shared with a new customer who she's like, my husband, if we could solve that issue of him snoring, it would change our lives. And I said, get that Breathe in the diffuser. Even a combination of like Breathe and lavender smells so wonderful in the evening and helps to calm the body down, helps to open up those airways, again, relieving those snoring issues. And I talked to another person who texted me and said, I was so overwhelmed. I felt like I was having a panic attack. I couldn't breathe. Nothing was working. They've done so much tests on me to see what is going on. And she was getting to the point of high levels of stress and anxiety that were putting her into stages of vertigo. And she started using Breathe oil. She's like, I just stopped. It was all I had with me. I rubbed it together. I took those deep breaths, and within minutes, she said she felt so much better. She's like, is this even possible? Is this actually working? And I was like, yes, keep it with you. Try it again. Stay consistent. And she's like, this is incredible. This is something she's been struggling with since last February. And with it just minutes, this Breathe oil had such a huge impact on her stress and anxiety. So anytime you feel that overwhelm or that panic attack, Breathe is a great one. Oh boy, I feel like I could do a whole class on Breathe. Okay. Another great one in the diffuser, and again, helping with our emotions, is Balance. This is our grounding blend. You can use this aromatically, topically. This was one of my very first essential oils because I just had really high levels of stress and anxiety. My friend actually saw me struggling so much with 3 young children, trying to juggle everything. She just gave me a bottle. And to this day, I have it with me. I put it on. I have 2 of these little bracelets with the lava beads on them, and I put Balance on there. And just smelling that, getting that instant smell of Balance, changes my mood within seconds, almost instantly. You've got spruce leaf, hoe wood, frankincense. Anytime you've got frankincense in a blend, you guys, oh, it's so good. We'll get to talk about Frank in a minute. I'll try to contain myself. Blue tansy, blue chamomile, and osmanthus. So any kind of woodsy oil is also going to be very grounding. Think of like trees in the forest with a nice root structure, right? It goes down deep. It's very grounding. Same way with your essential oils when we're incorporating those woodsy oils. Helps to relieve that restlessness, anxiousness. You can apply it right to the heart. Again, for any kind of grief, depression, overwhelm, great for mood swings, hot flashes. You can put it again on the bottoms of your feet, anywhere that you want to apply Balance, or put it in the diffuser. It's going to be a game changer. And a great companion to Balance is Adaptive. This is our calming blend. Sorry. It has rosemary, lavender, wild orange, magnolia, neroli, copaiba, and spearmint in here. So this is a great synergistic blend of essential oils that is going to have this beautiful combination of helping to be alert and stay focused. So your rosemary is really, really good for focusing and memory retention. Same way with wild orange and spearmint, it's going to help to elevate so that you can focus on what needs to be done. But then the lavender, the magnolia, neroli, the copaiba, all of those are going to help to calm the body down so that if you ever feel, and I tend to get this way where I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got to do this and this and this and this and this. How am I ever going to get it all done? And you start to feel that you have so much to do that you can't do anything. Does anyone ever feel that level of like paralysis of like, I'm just never going to get it done. Adaptive is a great one to apply, and it really helps to, I feel like it helps to compartmentalize. So you have, 10 things to do and it feels like this big mush of a whole bunch of stuff to do. Adaptive is going to help to like put it in its little compartments so that you can just kind of knock them out like whack-a-mole or something like that to get it done. So it's going to help to create this level of alert serenity. It helps to ease tension, helps with stressful moments. I have a lot of teachers that love to put this in the diffuser for test taking, helping to focus at work, especially like my brother and my sister-in-law. They have not gone back to work yet. Everything is still online. So it's like Zoom call after Zoom call after Zoom call, which can be really draining. And by the third or fourth Zoom call, they're zoomed out, right? So adaptive is a great one that they have going in the diffuser to help them stay focused. I could not live without this one. All right, so we're going to use our oils aromatically. The second way we're going to use our oils is topically. So we're going to be able to apply it, and I've talked about this a couple times throughout the oils of like actually applying them to the body. Like lavender, when you have a cut, bump, scrape, bruise, any kind of burn, you're going to be applying it right to the area of concern. You want to make sure that you dilute it with fractionated coconut oil, and I'll give you a good diagram of why you want to do that. I have a little travel fractionated coconut oil with me. It comes in a little size. When you get your starter kit, you want to make sure you get the full size fractionated coconut oil. I think it's only $12 wholesale. But this is going to help your oils to spread. It's also going to be a great protective barrier for your skin. And it's also going to give your oils weight. So when you're applying them and you're using the coconut oil, it's going to help them to stay there for a longer period of time, which means that they're going to be able to drive into your bloodstream, into your system, and you're going to get longer lasting benefits. All right, so apply it right to the area of concern. When we talk where should I be applying, if it's not an actual like situation or energy, like a burn or a bug bite, you can apply it just right to your pulse points, your spine, your feet, when we're applying it topically, or like I'm trying to use balance for stress and anxiety, I'll put it right on those pulse points, right behind the ears. Smells great. Or on your wrists, another great place to be able to put your oils. Again, spines or information highway, and your feet. Deep Blue is probably one that I apply topically more than any other essential oil. This is a great product that we have. It's available as an oil itself, and then it's also available in this cream form. So we would never leave home without Deep Blue Rub. It's so great for any kind of aches and pains, stiffness. It's really great for travel. Again, we're here in Iowa, where it was a wonderful 7.5 hour drive to get here. And by the time you get out of the car, I felt like I was like 100. And so rubbing in Deep Blue just helps those muscles, helps from getting stiff, helps those achy joints or any kind of arthritis. Feels really, really great at the end of the day. Again, I work in a retail environment, so I'm on my feet all the time. And so rubbing that Deep Blue at the end of the day, bottoms of my feet, instantly feels good on my entire body. It's great for pre-workout, post-workout, helps to break up any kind of lactic acid buildup in those muscles. So I love it I love bike riding and I love going for miles and miles. And so I just would notice that my knees would hurt. By the end of the bike ride, my knees would just be just from doing that constant motion. And so now I put Deep Blue on my knees before we go for the bike ride. And I also massage it into my thighs to help to prevent any lactic acid buildup. But it works really, really well for my knees don't hurt anymore. So it makes my whole workout experience so much more enjoyable. Could not live without Deep Blue, you guys. All right, and another great one to apply topically is Digessun. So you can use Digessun aromatically, topically, internally. And I love our blends because it's going to be really easy to understand what you're going to be using them for, right? Breathe, we're going to be breathing with it. Digessun, it's for digestive relief. It's going to be for everything from the mouth to the south, all right? So anything, you guys don't have to play doctor or try to diagnose what exactly happened or what's going on. It's going to be any kind of stomach upset. So you can rub it right on your stomach. Great place is your belly button. Okay. I think God gave us that belly button actually for essential oils. It's a great place to put your oils, but it's going to help with any kind of digestive relief. I hate to keep talking about my travels and my vacation, but on the way here, our family loves Mexican food. And I'm like, how can you mess up Mexican? But we went to the worst Mexican restaurant. And by the time we stayed at Airbnb, we all got back and we're all like, oh, I do not feel good. And my daughter instantly asked me, she's like, do you have any digestion? I feel terrible. I feel so bloated and uncomfortable. And so we all took digestion. We just rolled it. I have it in a roller ball form and we just passed it around to all five of us and rolled it. And within 5 to 10 minutes, we were feeling instant relief. So it works really well. Again, do not travel without digestion. You're going to love it. It's also really great for any kind of acid reflux. So people who have issues with this, it's a great one. You can just rub it and apply topically right to the sternum. It works really well for that. It's also really great for motion sickness, even in the car, long travel. You can even just get it like in the car is great because you can rub it right on the car vents and you can be a natural diffuser blowing into the car. So help with any kind of motion sickness. And then sinus pressure. So you can massage digestion right into the cheekbones. When you get that intense tightness in your cheekbones, digestion is going to help to relieve that. So this is a great one. And they just reformulated it. So it doesn't have as strong of an anise smell to it. So it's got a heavier focus on cardamom, which I love. So I've been loving the new blend. And just remember that 80% of our immune system is in our gut. So we want to make sure that we have a good, healthy gut. Again, digestion is going to be great, even like with constipation issues or diarrhea issues. Again, you don't have to try to diagnose what exactly is going on or what happened. You just know that your gut doesn't feel right. And digestion is going to be an amazing oil, amazing tool that you're going to have in your medicine cabinet. So here's a great example of your fractionated coconut oil and why it's so important to use this when you're applying your oils topically. If I was to just put lavender on my arm, it would work. It would feel good. It would smell good. It would start to do its job, but it can flash off. Okay. These are volatile components in here that it would work for a little bit, but then it would start to flash off. But when we use the actual coconut oil, it's going to give your oils weight. So it keeps them locked in to that location for a longer period of time. And it's going to help to drive those oils deeper into the bloodstream. So this is a really good visual because at first I'm like, wait a minute, I don't want to, I think we're trained in America. Like we want maximum strength. We don't want to dilute anything. Then it's not going to work. Right. And so that took me a while to wrap my head around that. But when we're actually applying it topically, use your coconut oil. It's going to help your oils to stretch too, so that you're going to save more money that way. Okay, jumping along to the third way to use your essential oils, and that is going to be internally. So as we went along, like I said, you could see some of these little charts here of A, T, and I, aromatically, topically, internally. And any of your oils that you're going to be using internally, you will see these supplemental facts listed on the side of the bottle, okay? If you're ever not sure, like I said, that's a great quick way to tell, like balance. This doesn't have any supplemental facts. I won't be using that internally, but you can always look it up. You can look it up on the doTERRA website. You can ask the person who invited you. Usually when you get your starter kit, anyone who's helping you to enroll will give you a great resource book that will tell you every single oil and the different ways to use it. It's a great tool. You can use it in your water. I have this one with me all the time, and all you need is one drop. So 1 drop of lemon is a great way to be, it's a natural cleanser for the body. It works to flush out any kind of a toxic overload or phytochemicals in the body, which is plastic buildup because we're exposed to so much plastic. Just look at the grocery store. I mean, everything is in a plastic container or plastic bag, and all the plastic's getting cheaper and cheaper. I mean, not that I drink soda, but have you ever squeezed a new like 2 liter of soda? It almost falls apart. Like I remember as a kid, that was like tough, like football helmet plastic. It's totally different than it is now. So that thinner plastic tends to kind of leach out into our foods and beverages, and it gets inadvertently into our system. And because it's a foreign substance, our body doesn't have a real good way to cleanse, to flush that out of our system. And so lemon is a key oil that actually is a gentle gentle cleanse to be able to flush out that toxic buildup and those phytochemicals, which is plastics. And this was an oil that I noticed a huge difference when I started using it. First started, got my kit with doTERRA, and lemons going to be, I think, in almost every kit, or some citrus oil, because they're going to work to flush out that plastic buildup. But I noticed within 2 weeks, this kind of that brain fog, if you've ever struggled with a brain fog, helps to, that's just from toxic overload. And so the lemon's helping to flush that out of the system. It's a great cleaner too. So you can use it to cleanse the home, any kind of sticky thing. So like TJ Maxx, I'm a fan of TJ Maxx, but anytime I buy a container that has that sticker on it, it's impossible to get off. And if you put lemon and some fractionated coconut oil on there, it will actually wipe off that sticker really quickly and very easily. Okay, yay, we're getting to Frank. Okay, you guys, frankincense, this is the king of oils. We always say, when in doubt, frank it out. So frankincense is one that you definitely want to have with you. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you have frankincense or you've experienced it, or Jennifer, throw it in the chat of how much we love this oil and all the million different ways that you can use it. But it's going to help with calming, helps with supporting a nervous system, helps with your cells performing optimally. And it's really, really good for anti-aging. So hold on one second. I'm going to see if we can. Okay, so it's going to be really great for anti-aging. So I love putting a couple drops in my night cream and massaging that into my face, especially in these little key areas. And frankincense helps to just have healthy glow and helping with those wrinkles and problem areas. Really great for stress and anxiety. So I'll take frankincense and I'll put a drop in my hands. Okay, I have this on my nightstand all the time, and rub it together. And breathe it in just like this, helping the body to calm down, helping me to get in the right mind frame of being able to sleep. And then I'll just massage it into my shoulders. And again, it's helping the body to relax, helping those cells to perform optimally, which means that frankincense does a good read on your cells. And the healthy cells that are in your body, it promotes and increases the replication of those healthy cells, and then works to heal any kind of damaged cells. So anything skin, anything going on, like I said, you don't have to try to diagnose exactly what it is, because frankincense is king of solving any of those issues. And internally, a drop under my tongue every morning is just great for that overall cellular health. And aches and pains, stiffness, all of that, frankincense, guys. Anything, whatever it is, frankincense. And then a great companion to frankincense is copaiba, or copaiba, however you want to pronounce it. Copaiba is going to be, again, very good for cellular health, for pain, inflammation, aches and pains, helping with the nervous system, great even for digestion. So I just learned that this is a great one for any kind of constipation or digestive issues. Copaiba is great for that too. And then I love it like a post-workout. So I'll put a drop of lemon and a drop of copaiba in my water after a good workout. And again, that lemon is going to be so cleansing for the body, but the copaiba is going to really work for muscle recovery. So you can use this aromatically. Anytime you put it in your diffuser with your other oils, it's just going to kind of amp it up a little bit. And then topically, again, apply it to anywhere of pain and use it internally. I love this one. And it doesn't really have a strong smell to it or anything, but it's super powerful and very effective. And then the last thing I'll talk about is our supplement program. So if you're really looking, you want to do a major overhaul, you want to feel awesome, we have an amazing supplement program. It is 12 servings of your fruits and vegetables. It has your omega-3, 6, and 9s, which is really powerful for brain and heart health. And then it has your alpha CRS, which is really for cellular health and energy. So it has powerful antioxidants in it. It's really great for, gosh, I mean, it has a 30-day money back guarantee. So if you don't have more energy during the day, sleeping better at night, less aches and pains and stiffness, and better mood management, you can return it after the bottles are empty, after 30 days, if you're not feeling that. But I love this. I would never leave home without it. It's something that My biggest thing that I noticed was that I didn't have those aches and pains. I didn't wake up and get out of bed and feel like I was 100 years old. So I didn't have that stiffness anymore. And then when my husband started taking it, so I started taking it, and 6 months later, he noticed a change in me and he started taking it. And I noticed a huge increase in his energy. So this was like in November. And he just started taking it. And he used to just come home from work and just say, like, I am exhausted. I just want to sit down. I want to watch Netflix. I don't want to do anything. Like, we'll cook dinner and then I just want to sit on my butt. And when he started taking this, he was not sitting down anymore. We had more Christmas decorations that season, like, because it started in November. He was decorating like crazy. All of a sudden, he's rummaging down in the basement and finding all these decorations and putting lights outside and decorating inside. It was just crazy to see it, because he had more energy throughout the day and he was feeling better because he was sleeping better at night. So it just helps to balance the body. And have a great Christmas. It looked awesome. I was so happy. I was just watching him like, ha, ha, love it. All right. So we're circling back, you guys. What were your top 3 health concerns? Hopefully, we covered them as we went through today, whatever they are. But just imagine what your life would be without it, because I guarantee you that we have a natural tool that is going to work with your body on a cellular level to repair whatever is going on, to get to the root cause of the problem. And I think that's why I just love to teach these classes, because it is so empowering. And whoever invited you to this class, connect with them and say, Jennifer, I have been struggling with sleep. What do you recommend? Because we love to help and to be able to guide you with what is really going to be your next step, and to be able to get started with doTERRA and to have good results. So how do you get these oils in your home? What do we do, right? You love them. You're excited. What are the ways that we're going to get doTERRA? And there's 3 ways to purchase. The first way is retail. It's the very most expensive way to buy your oils. I do not recommend this unless it's an emergency or maybe an impulse purchase. But if you are really on board and you're like, all right, I'm ready to take control of my health. I want to be on this wellness journey. I want to take care of these health concerns and want to incorporate this into my daily routine. What do I need to do? And there's 2 ways that you can jump in with doTERRA. The first way is a wholesale. All right, you can just get a wholesale account. It's like a Costco or Sam's Club, where you pay a $35 membership fee. And that gives you access to wholesale prices for the entire year. It's 25% off of the retail. You basically just get a user ID and password, and you log into doTERRA.com. You order what you want, when you want, whenever you want. You don't have to have continuous parties. You don't have to sell essential oils unless you want to, because we're always growing our team. But there's nothing you have to do. It's all about your health and wellness. And that's what I love about it, is that we get to, like, Jennifer and I get to do the fun stuff of just educating and supporting you. And then you have complete ownership of your products. So you just go to doTERRA.com, log in either with your email or user ID and your password, and it instantly unlocks all those wholesale prices. You just add to your cart, and then it can ship right out to you, right to your door. And shipping's only $3.99. It's crazy. The other way that you can do it, if you're brand new to doTERRA and you're going to be starting, you can actually go below the wholesale prices. So when you pick one of our starter kits, and I think we've done a really good job of putting together a perfect kit for our customers. We offer lots of different options. But when we bundle them together, you're saving, because we have it all bundled together for you. So it is much cheaper than if you were to pick them out individually. And you don't have to pay that $35 membership fee. It actually waives the membership fee when you get started with one of our starter kits. So let me show you. I'm just going to show you 3 of my favorite starter kits. There are some other options available. And again, you can talk with the person to be able to show you what the other ones are. But I want to show you 3 of my favorites. Oh my gosh. And then the awesome thing that we have going on for July is doTERRA is offering these dollar days. So anybody who enrolls with a $150 order or more in July, so we have like 4 or 5 days left, I think, in July, you get 50 doTERRA dollars that you'll earn in your account. So again, $150 order, you'll get these basically like doTERRA dollars that will be dropped into your account that you can cash in for free product. And if you're like, well, I don't even know what that is. What is doTERRA dollars? What could 50 doTERRA dollars get me? Well, I love to like tap into a certain category. So if you're looking for emotional support, you could 50 doTERRA dollars would get you a bottle of Balance, Wild Orange, and one of our yoga oils, Arise. And obviously you could change whatever this is, but here's just a simple example. Or sleep support, a bottle of Serenity restful capsules and the oil itself. Immune support, you could get the On Guard capsules, and this is that roller ball that I was talking about. You could get that for free. Tension, you could get a bottle of this Deep Blue Rub, so good. And lemongrass is so great for any kind of stiff joints or pain, or in the diffuser. Oof, lemongrass is great. Or digestion, or even kids support. We have an awesome kids line, so you get to play around with that and customize. Your 50 doTERRA dollars can be whatever you want it to be. But what an awesome bonus for this month, so don't miss out on that. Okay, let me show you. I'm just going to show you 3 kits. One is the Healthy Start Kit. This is very budget friendly. This is a great way to dip your toe into doTERRA to see, is this something that is right for me that I'm going to be using on a daily basis? This used to be called like our physician kit because it is everything that is going to really replace your medicine cabinet. You get a diffuser, which I think is really important because we want to have that impact on cleaning and purifying the air and having that just a change in mood in the room. But you get your Digescent, oregano, On Guard, Breathe, Deep Blue, peppermint, lemon, lavender, frankincense, and tea tree. This is pretty much everything that we talked about today. And these are all in a basically a 5 ml size. This is like 80 to 85 drops of essential oil in each one of these. And then you can customize and add anything onto this kit and still be able to get the wholesale price on anything that you add on. So you can pick your starter kit because you're going to lose, or, you don't have to pay that membership fee. And then I always recommend adding coconut oil. You could add Adaptive or Balance, whatever you want it to be, and those will be at the wholesale prices. The Home Essentials Kit, this is the family toolbox. This covers everything of mind, mood, support, immune support. You get lavender in here, peppermint, you get copaiba instead of frankincense, lemon, On Guard, Digescent, Breathe, Adaptive, Deep Blue, and Balance. So you see you get this wonderful tapping into that immune support, which is really, really important. But then you're also getting ones for emotional support, like your Adaptive, your Balance, your copaiba, and of course the diffuser is so important. So this one's $249, but it has the biggest savings. It has $104 in savings. So you can see that the bottles are going to be triple the size. They're going to be a 250 ml, which is going to, no, 250 ml. It's going to be a 15 ml, 250 drops, and that's going to be triple the size of the Healthy Start, but it's not triple the price. So I love, this is how I started. It was a little bit modified. We didn't have like copaiba at the time or Adaptive, but it was great. It was awesome. And then you can add like Deep Blue Rub or your coconut oil, and you get those 50 doTERRA dollars. And then the last one I'll talk about is this Healthy Habits. So this is one where you're like, you know what, I really love that supplement program that you talked about. Tell me more about that. You get that in here, your Lifelong Vitality. You get the Deep Blue Rub. You get Terrazyme, which is a natural enzyme that helps to break down our food. And then you get a PB Assist, which is our pre and probiotic, which is really important for your gut health support. And then you get 5 mLs of lavender, frankincense, Balance, On Guard, and then tangerine. And tangerine is in here because tangerine is another great citrus oil, and actually has the highest level of monoterpenes in it, which is a compound that actually is really powerful in cleansing the body and great for immune support. And then add on, like you can get a diffuser. I think our Petal diffuser right now, when you add the Petal diffuser, you can get a free bottle of a little 5 ml of wild orange and lavender. And don't forget the coconut oil. So this one's $195. Okay, so what you can expect from the person who invited you, it's never just like, hey, so glad you bought your starter kit. We'll be seeing you. Like, we are with you, okay? You never are left alone. You now have like an oil buddy that is going to give you an awesome welcome packet. Like I said, most of us, we always make sure that you have a good reference book. You're folded into, we have a private Facebook group, and then we have a couple other different programs available to you and apps that give you really great support and education. You get a personal wellness consult. You get free continuing education classes. So our team teaches every single Saturday. It's called Self-Care Saturdays at 10 a.m. On every topic you could possibly think of for your education and support. And they're all recorded, so you can always visit them later if 10 a.m. on a Saturday doesn't work for you. I typically work at 10 a.m. on a Saturday, and so I get to watch them later, okay, or review them. And you get 24-hour care and support. So you can, well, most people, I'm assuming, I get really excited. Like when one of my customers texts me, I'm like, yay, they're using their oils. They have a question. And I love to help. So you can text or email anytime. So text the person who invited you and just say, hey, I watched the class. Thank you so much. Here's my health concerns. I was thinking about this kid. What do you think? And they're there for you. All right. They're going to help you get started and help you figure this out. And I love to end every class with the greatest medicine of all is teaching people how not to need it. And, of course we need medicine, but it's not something that we should just be popping a pill here and there, like all the time. I haven't been watching TV lately, but I have been watching because of the Olympics. I'm a huge fan of the Olympics. And I'm just amazed at how many commercials are coming on of, talk to your doctor about this, get your prescription for this. And I don't even know what they're prescribing. I just see people like running through these fields all happy and hugging each other. I don't even know what it's for, but definitely look for something natural. Look for something that's going to work with your body on a cellular level to repair the body, and you'll feel amazing. And we're never trying to prescribe things to fix something else that was prescribed, and they start to layer up on top of each other, and your body starts to get really confused and doesn't know what to do. But I do believe that God put these plants on earth for a reason. And it wasn't just to look pretty. And this isn't anything new. I mean, this is, I teach this class, Oils of the Bible. And I mean, it's amazing how many essential oils that they use for so many different health reasons right in the Bible. Or ancient Romans and Egyptians, when you read about it, they were using oils. And so now it's this resurgence as we work to really take control of our health. And we're much more aware and conscious of what we're putting into our body and how we're taking care of ourselves, right? So that is my class. Jennifer, I'm just trying to find the chat if there were any questions or anything that we didn't cover.
There was one question that I wanted you to confirm. It was about, I had it written down. Gosh, I totally blanked on what it was about now. If you could take too much oils, if you could, like kind of like how you get a caffeine effect, can you do that? And I said that there's a number amount. However, it's very hard to get to that.
Yeah, I think internal use would be like, I don't know, 24 drops of essential oils, which would be a lot to be. I mean, like I said, I only use 1 drop in here. And then even when I refill this, there's still like that lemon residue in there. And I don't feel like I have to put a drop in every single time, which is kind of nice. You could diffuse as many oils. I mean, I diffuse all day long, and I have the diffuser going all night. I've got a diffuser in every single room, and applying topically the same way, especially when you're using the fractionated coconut oil. There is a chart that we can get to whoever asked, but it would be a lot. Okay, it would be a lot that you would need. What else? Oh, and then Joan asked about the empty roller balls. Yeah, I mean, you're going to love it. So doTERRA has these, or you can get them on Amazon. I always get glass ones. And then I make sure that the roller, I prefer like a stainless steel one like this. If you use, sometimes the cheaper ones have a plastic roller ball, and it just breaks down. It starts to leak and that sort of thing. So I just recommend, and once you start making roller balls, it's so fun. Like, anything that comes up with my family and my extent, or anybody I know, they're like, oh, I got, back pain. Or my sister-in-law just, we were on a canoe trip, and she got poison ivy. And so I instantly made her a rollerball for her poison ivy. And they're really fun to make. It's just great. It's so empowering. Okay. Anything else? Oh, I love all the chat. You guys, someone's really excited for this hot mess rollerball, aren't they? Okay. Do you want to pick a winner? Yeah, you pick a winner, Jennifer. Just pick someone from the chat, just
Oh
random.
my goodness. Let's see. I think that Betty was asking a lot of good questions, so I'm gonna go.
All right, way to go, Betty. Okay, Betty, email me. My email is just thegoodEarthLiving@gmail.com. And then just send me your address and I'll put this in the mail to you. It does list in there which oils are in here. It does have wild orange, lavender, balance, serenity, citrus bliss. It is like gold to us in the oil community. We love it, right?
We do.
Okay, guys, that is all. Again, if you're here, just connect with that person and they can guide you through it. And just remember, it's a journey. So sometimes, and Jennifer and I get excited and we could talk about oils all the time. And we're like, and then there's this, and then there's that. But I always recommend just to start with something small, like one of those starter kits. It's going to have everything that you're going to need to be able to get rolling and get comfortable with. And then you have your wholesale account. So whenever you need something, you can log in and start to layer on, but make sure that you're comfortable with it, start being part of your routine, right? Make sure your oils are out where you're using them. Where they can be part of your daily routine. Get that diffuser going. I had someone that I did a wellness consult, followed up with her, when her kit came, and she was afraid to turn on the diffuser. So what a win when we got it plugged in and going. She's like, oh my gosh, this feels amazing. And so make sure that you're using them, because our goal isn't just to sell you a kit and then just have it sit there. We want to make sure that we're actually changing lives and having that impact. I'm getting goosebumps right now talking about it, but you're gonna love it.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you a quick testimonial that I just had happen this week. So I've been suffering with migraines for a long time, and I've been doing a lot of different things. I've used oils, I use medications because I need to, and I'm still searching. And I tried lavender, and I had a 3-day headache, and I took lavender internally, and it stopped my headache. And I did it again this week, and it did it again. So I am really excited that maybe this is more of like an allergy and a histamine thing than it is something else. So, I mean, that just goes to show, like, if you have, issues that you don't find like the first thing that doesn't work, like, don't give up. Because I've been doing this for about 10 years and oils about 8 years. So I hope you found this to be helpful. Yeah.
I'm so happy for you. That's, and that is a really good point, is that even though we make recommendations, we're all different, right? And our body chemistry is different. Some people love certain oils and some people love other ones, and that is totally okay. And that's why there's lots of options, because you'll find that different ones work for different things, and it's okay to, whatever it is for you, it's going to work with your body. Different than, like Jennifer, it's going to be different for you than it is for me. So you'll naturally find what you gravitate to. And when I first started, I just was like, just trusting your intuition. It's funny how, like, when you look at your oils, just trust yourself. I didn't even know a lot at that time, but I just started to just naturally reach for things. And I feel that there's some guidance there or something, because then you're just like, oh, you start to feel it. So don't be afraid to just trust yourself of what you're naturally reaching for or gravitating to. You'll love it. Okay. Oh gosh, I don't want to even hang up. Okay, guys, thanks for being on. And any questions, you have my email address, or like I said, the person invited you. Congrats, Betty. I will get your rollerball mailed out to you, and have a great day. Stay cool. Enjoy that peppermint to be able to keep the body cool. It works amazing. So, and thanks, Jennifer, for your help.
You bet.